Coach Prime, man, he addressed the elephant in the room that everybody was talking about him, man. We're gonna take it here, we're gonna listen to it in its entirety, and then we'll react to it after. So here's Coach Prime.
Let's get the cat out of the bag, man. Let's go ahead and talk about that. You're right on all accounts. I appreciate you. Um, Never once did I say they're going to put a tombstone with my name on it at Jackson State. So I wasn't going to die here. Y'all know that. Everything I said I would do, I did. Everything I said I wanted to happen, I tried my darnest to make it happen. We've exceeded, I think, expectations in some realm. But when I don't fit into someone else's plan and purpose, now there's ridicule. But you forgot about my plan and God's purpose. That's where the dysfunction comes. I reached a point where I said to myself, we're going to go out there and recruit another great class. And we were, and TC will. And we're going to win again. So at what point do we keep dominating that you don't get mad at us for dominating? Because it's a level of dominance where you start to turn. And I felt that. We start to get tension from our own people because you're dominant and you start saying, well, that's Prime. He can recruit that. We ain't got that. We don't have this. We heard that last night. You're 4 and 5 stars. Yeah, because we recruit those and they sign. But it comes a time that that's not what it's all about for me. I'm a winner. I've always won. I'm going to win. Y'all know that if you've done your homework. But it's bigger than that. It's about increasing enrollment. It's about the safety of students. It's about going to the next level, not just in football. I would love to go to another conference. Is the rest of the school ready? Is the baseball team ready? Is the basketball teams ready? Or just the football team? See, you make it just about football, and it's not just about football to me. It's about our trainers and kids that the fire alarms may go off and not being turned off at 3:15 in the morning. It's about people that may not have the proper safety on a campus that they should. I'm not just talking about Jackson State, I'm talking about everywhere. So the things that I want to accomplish, I can't do it by just being the darn football coach and winning games. I can't do it. And I reached a point where I had a real conversation with the Lord. Now, it's funny how you believe the Lord when he said to come here, but you don't believe me when I tell you the Lord may tell me to do otherwise. It's like my God is talking to you about me. I don't think he works like that. But it's so much more that I can't do because that's not my occupation. I'm a football coach and a darn good one. And name one thing in football that we haven't accomplished that I said we would. But it's bigger than that. And until we address these underlying issues that nobody wants to talk about, ain't nothing gonna change. Football, yes. But what else is gonna change? And I'm a change agent. That's what it's all about to me. Because I'm not just attached to the football players, the equipment persons, the trainers, the academic persons, everybody on campus. When we leave, you're gonna find out what all we did. Because they don't really talk about the positivity until we go. You'll find out what all we did for Jackson State and all we wanted to do for Jackson State. I just pray to God that in all that get some understanding on change and where change really starts. And it does not start in the football department.
Hey,
Preach. Preach.
basically, when I first heard Coach Prime, like you said, he has bigger aspirations. Um, that's just not in football. I think he wants to obviously take a step beyond football, not just be a top head coach at a top program. I think he has aspirations, maybe being an athletic director,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even if God willing, a owner of, like I said, of something. But like he has bigger aspirations being a football coach. Um, I I'm glad he said all those. I'm glad he said all those things. I'm glad he spoke up, man, because everybody was dragging him through the mud, like, oh, why you leave? Why you do this? Why you do that? And basically, and he's 1% right. Everything in football he accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
When we was talking about this a few weeks ago, I said when he was at Jackson State, it was just him. It was just Jackson State in the SWAC. Jackson State was dominating. Yes, he's bringing all the top recruits and make everyone wants to go to Jackson State. What about other HBCUs though? He can't help. He can't control how they recruit. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you recruit all top kids to Jackson State, then you just basically become Alabama in the SWAC. You're not helping the entire HBCU community. You're just helping Jackson State.
Jackson State, yeah.
So, and granted, I was one of those saying I didn't think he was going to leave. I didn't think he should have left this year. I thought he should at least one more year, and maybe when his son was eligible for the draft, okay, then I could move on. But like you said, he said he had a conversation with God. He felt like it was his time to leave. And I'm gonna support him wherever he goes. But just from that press conference today, I just feel like he has bigger aspirations. He doesn't want to be a football coach for the rest of his days down here on Earth. So I want to know what more he wants to do.
That's a good question. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. He definitely sounded like he wanted more. And that being just the head coach, he can only get so far. Even as a head coach at Colorado, he can only get so far. So he knows that's a statement to them too. Like, hey, I'm here for a good time and a long time. You know, here at this stop too. When bigger and better opportunities come along that I feel like is closer to my calling, whatever he feels like that is, whether it's a head coach as an NFL head coach, and then on to other things possibly. I don't know. Like he said, he can't do everything he wanted to do there because he is just a football coach. He is not the owner of the university or the director of the university or the what do they call them the
Athletic director.
yeah, athletic directors are not who owns who's in charge of the whole universities.
I mean, presidents. Like,
Yeah, the president or the counselor, however you call them, the motherfuckers. He's not that high standing person at the university who could make those shots, call those shots to get things that he wanted to get done there. I'm sure if he had more power, you would have saw Jackson State doing more things.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, just because he's recruiting 4 and 5-star recruits and they're coming to my school, don't mean that you can't go out there and do the same thing. Y'all ain't trying to recruit these players. That's why they coming to y'all schools. I'm down here right now. I've been down here for 2 years. That should have gave y'all another recruiting bug to put in these other players here. Look, he ain't coaching, he ain't not recruiting y'all, but I'm recruiting y'all. So come to my school and we're gonna pay them twice a year or once a year, how many times they play a year. And obviously the coaches out there wasn't doing it enough. I think that's why he said that. People getting. I think he alluded to that. People getting mad. He says our own people are getting mad at us for dominating. I think it was talking about coaches, other coaches in that division or in the SWAC. We saw the incident he had earlier this season where him and the coach got into it. Stuff like that. It's probably like, all right, you know what, y'all getting a little too, y'all getting jealous of me down here doing my things. I'm gonna go elsewhere and try to do my thing. So I'm not mad at him for leaving. I would have tried to stay probably another year or two, but hey, time's right for you, brother. Time right for you.
Yeah, man, and I hate that. I mean, obviously, like I said, I was one of the ones that I didn't think he was going to leave, but he felt it was time to go. But I hate how, like I said, we put that stigma on him. And Doc was supposed to, like I said, he could have been the change, but like we counter, it was just like, bro, it would have took like 20, 30 years or something. And even at that, I'm just the head football coach.
Yeah. And even at that, if I get more people, more ex-NFL players, it ain't too many ex-NFL players the level of Prime. Like, it's only him.
At all.
I don't know who else you want to get that's black that's going to come down there and do that. There's none of them retired that can do that.
Like, Chad is equal to him, but Chad is one coach. Chad's not interested in coaching.
Other than that, though, he can't get nobody, but nobody. Yeah, he's trying to play in the league right now. He was on he's trying to do William Max this week. He's trying to play in the league still, so he ain't trying to coach sometime soon. But these kids ain't looking up to nobody else but Lamar Jackson these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're not looking up to no other NFL legends. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get Lawrence Taylor down there, coach, and they gonna be, I want to play for him. No, it won't be the same.
I'm saying, like I said, you got Eddie George over Tennessee State. Eddie
They don't
George,
care.
Heisman Trophy winner,
They
one
don't
of the
care.
all-time NFL great running backs. Like I said, they don't
They don't
care.
care. They don't care. Hate to say that, but no disrespect to Eddie George. I love him. Ohio State great.
Tennessee
But
Titan
no.
great. Yeah.
But no, they don't care.
So yeah, that's just my thing, man. I don't like how our community is just it's trashing him, dogging him for leaving. I said he was a football coach, like you just said, Rand. You can only do so much. He's won. They went undefeated this year at Jackson State. About to play in Celebration Bowl. What more did you want him to do? He can't control what all the other HBCUs are doing.
And like he said, if they went to the Big 12 or something like that, then it wasn't what happened. But say they went to the Big 12, the basketball team would be getting their ass kicked. Both the girls and women's. I mean, men's and women's. Baseball would have been getting smacked. Like, come on. Like he said, maybe they was ready. They could have held their own, but all the sports would have been getting dominated. It would have been ugly. So yeah, I ain't mad at him for leaving, man. Do your thing, Prime. Wish you the best of luck.
But I do, like I said, I do applaud you, and I am glad that he is riding it out with this year's team.
Yeah,
he ain't Brian Kelly on. He ain't Luke Fickle. On.
Yeah,
He's staying with the team. Like that. Yeah, I accepted the job, but I'm finishing this season out with my guys.
With my guys, man. With my guys. So happy. I did see the video too with the new coach TC got announced. You know, to the team.
Which you prime? Not in that video, but when he addressed the team, I think that's who he recommended be the next coach. So
yeah, and I think Prime did reference him in that video too. He said TC gonna still recruit dogs, still gonna recruit 4 or 5 stars. I don't care what y'all think. So, hey, hopefully Deion's level of stature stay. I ain't gonna stay there at that level, but hopefully they still can swing some 3, 4, 5 star recruits there.
And lastly, man, I don't know. Like I can't remember if we talked. Bro, we did the show for so long, so I can't remember. Like if we talked about it on the show. At the end of the day, it all comes down to the players wanting to embrace that challenge. Like I said, this is about going to HBCU schools. If y'all want to change, it's all about the players going to that. Yeah, because what's the kid? Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
number one cornerback. Yeah, he got recruited by Alabama, all the big name schools, but he chose to go to Jackson.
Make that change. Yeah.
The kid in hoop, I forget, one of the Maker brothers. I forget which one it was. When he decided to go to Howard.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, he got hurt, so we didn't hear much about him, about how he performed at Howard because he got hurt.
It's still that choice.
Yeah. So you like I said, you can put in place all these coaches at HBCUs. These coaches can go out and recruit them, but it's all about the kid's choice at the end of the day.
That's true, man.
What they've been installed. So
that's true.
You can't put it all on head coach at the end of the day.
It's facts. It's facts.
Let's leave it at that.
You can put it on the coaches to recruit them, but other than that, hey.
Yeah.
That's it.